I think fish and chips will always survive
Why?
because it's a staple British diet.
Once a week?
Yeah.
That's a lot of fish and chips. It's not very healthy though, is it?
That's why I put weight on and now I have to slim to lose it all off.
Fish and chip shops across Britain are under threat, attacked from all sides by a perfect storm of issues.
Potatoes, fish, oil,
The gas, the electric, the rent.
Just the price increases every week.
It costs a lot more than I think some people realise.
The media's full of stories about decline in Britain, and fish and chips is one of those industries that is really struggling at the moment, and yet there is also a lot of love for fish and chips. It's a cultural institution, so I want to kind of go out and celebrate it, but also be realistic about what it will take to survive.
So I'm embarking on a road trip to see if there's life left in battered fish. I'm starting my trip in Grimsby, the spiritual home of British fishing, to see if the industry's long decline in local waters is reflected on land.
Grimsby Fish Market. It's very early in the morning.
The UK has over 10,000 fish and chip shops, but up to half have been projected to close this year.
The very shoes Boris Johnson wore.
Today, the most popular fish, cod and haddock, are caught predominantly in Norwegian, Icelandic and even Russian waters.
60.
It's a small auction today, but we're hoping to meet someone who's kind of buying the fish, who will then take it back to their own chippy and fry it. What time do you start then?
About 5.
5. Very reasonable.
Well,
There might not be any fish caught here in Grimsby anymore, but the market here, when there are fish to be sold, is alive and kicking. Look at any one person and it doesn't look like they're doing anything. They're just sort of wandering around chatting. And yet, something is happening. People are buying fish, I guess. What I'm not seeing is too many young people and the next generation. It smells fresh.
You've just bought these.
Yep.
What's going to happen to them now?
We process the fish, fillet it, it's packed. I'll go on the phone, ring my orders, see what they want.
Do you know what percent ends up in a chippy?
I'd say 30-40% fish and chip shops. Maybe the amount that they're taking is changing a bit. It used to be every day, but now it's sort of 3 days a week.
Where is the next generation of people like you?
There are a lot more initiatives to make it more appealing to younger people now, which is needed.
Once upon a time, Grimsby's youth would be trained up for a life at sea. The industry today is firmly ashore and does not hold the same prestige.
Regular haddock chips and peas is 17 quid. The fish itself is actually pretty good quality, however, there's just so much batter. Satisfactory, thanks for watching.
So that was Rob, the friendly fishman, as he calls himself on TikTok, and he likes to review fish and chip shops, so he's obviously someone who would be really great to speak to. He's really passionate about the industry and about the town. Hey!
Guys, how are you?
All right, thank you.
Nice to meet you.
What was the fish market like this morning?
It was interesting.
Very busy, hustle and bustle.
Tell you what there isn't there though.
Go on.
Young people.
Yeah, I know. There's not many.
What would you call your role within the fish industry?
I am a fishmonger / wheeler and dealer. Hi Mandy, it's Rob the Fishman. Hiya, I'm just making sure that I'm okay to drop off your order in the next hour or so. All right, that's lovely, yeah, no problem. I love Grimsby, but it's nothing like it used to be. The fish industry was real busy and hustle and bustle, it's not so much now.
But the fish industry's legacy is everywhere here, including plenty of options for lunch.
This is my wheel of chippies. Good afternoon everybody, we're back again, another episode. As you see here, 38 chippies, we're spinning the wheel. Brenda's chippy it is, let's do it.
In a somewhat unlikely twist of fate, Brenda's chippy on Cleethorpes Beach is owned by a familiar face from this morning's market.
Oh, you're right. I'll have a fish, chips and peas.
Fish, chips and peas.
What do you want, Chop? Fish, chips, peas, curry. Perfect.
How is this side of the business?
In the winter that goes quite quiet. You'll not get rich out of it, but you'll end up to earn a living out of it.
Salt, vinegar, salt.
First of the trip.
That's nice. Really nice. Good chips. Yeah, I'm happy.
The last thing it is Grimsby fish, but when I'm having fish and chips around here, I don't particularly think about the fact that it might have been caught in Scotland or Iceland or anything. You'll never associate Grimsby with anything other than fish. The Grimsby town fans, when we're playing away, they clap their hands and just shout fish on the terraces. You know what I mean? 'Cause that's just what Grimsby is.
Across town, one chippy is surviving in the most unlikely of circumstances.
Would you like some peas with this?
Labelled Britain's cheapest fish and chip shop, Mathew's serves local customers in Grimsby's East Marsh, one of the country's most deprived neighbourhoods.
We open at 4:30 till 7, so I only do everything in a couple of hours. We used to open on the dinner time. I closed on a Monday because Monday was quiet, and because the price of gas, electric and what we used to take, I stopped it. What would that cost, Shell, that meal there?
£4.90.
Change from a fiver. I couldn't get anywhere near that. Honestly, fish and chips might be under threat elsewhere, but right here, we live in the dream, right?
Yeah, too right. Yeah. Hope it keeps going.
This area's deep-rooted relationship with fish is keeping its chippies afloat for now, so I'm heading north to see if the same can be said elsewhere.
It's a chippy, isn't it? It's not touristy here, so they're not going to get the passing tourist trade, but let's see how they're doing.
I took over the shop 12 years ago, and there were 8 shops, and it's 4 now. Post-COVID, we have to do deliveries, paying 14 to 20% to third-party apps, Just Eat, Uber Eats, Deliveroo.
Right, okay.
Fish and chips is like a treat now.
And what you're doing now for large fish and chips, $11.20. I mean, that must have been a big thing to go over £10, right?
It is, but the fish itself is costing you way over £5. It's painful because being in industry for over 20 years, this is the worst I've seen.
That's the story. That's what we keep hearing. The chippy there is purely relying on the local area. And these kids, they don't eat this stuff so much anymore.
Fish and chips number...
I'm not counting anymore. I'm on my way into Scarborough. No chippies yet. Oh, glorious. The humble British seaside resort. The Victorian glamour.
If you couldn't come to the seaside and get fish and chips, the poorest state of affairs.
Wouldn't it just, right?
It would be. We expect certain things from Scarborough.
Large haddock fillet, $18.25. We're trying to eat as much fish and chips as we can, but we can't keep the industry afloat alone, you know?
We've been open since 1960. We've got locals during winter. Summer tourists come here. And I say as customers, all I'd like to be served value for money. Simple.
Right, beach? Let's go to the beach. There's one on the floor. You can have that one. Have that one.
When you come to the coast, you have fish and chips because it's expected to be nice and fresh.
Well, there's a few small boats that may or may not catch some fish, although most likely shellfish, but more likely you get someone going out looking at dolphin.
Fish and trips.
Fish and trips. No fish. It's all shellfish.
It's good British staple diet. Yeah, and it also supports local fishermen.
There's a bit of dissonance, I think, between the reality of the fish industry and kind of how it's presented to you alongside chips. People see the boats in the harbour and they see the beach and they think, well, it's going to be fresh here. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Is this place under threat, do you think?
It's not, no. I mean, because we get local trade, but obviously our prices are low. If the fish keeps rising, we're going to have to put prices up and we probably won't have any customers.
And how much is the fish and chips here?
£8.
That's, you know, that's not bad.
Yeah.
And how big's the fish?
It's a good size.
Yeah, there you go, look at that. That's decent. We've got a shot of the outside, haven't we? Good marketing.
Telly, is it?
It's on the, it's better than telly, it's YouTube.
All right, okay.
Personally, I like Terry's round the corner.
Terry's round the corner.
But you ask 10 people in Whitby, you'll get 10 different answers.
Yeah, that's a worry, isn't it?
It's £10 just for the fish.
Just for the fish?
Just for the fish. And then £3.50 for the chips. And even then, on dead days, it's sometimes not worth opening. You need one person there, cooking, that's a wage. You need one person on chips, you need waitresses, you need someone in the back room. You've got 6 people on every day. I wouldn't say it's a failing industry, but it's definitely getting worse and worse.
Oh, that is good. Oh, real flavour.
Is it that good?
Yeah, it's really nice. It's the best. Have some. I'm actually driving towards a swimming pool where there aren't any fish, but what there are, hopefully, are the future of the British fishing industry.
I'm visiting a sea survival course run by Whitby Fishing School.
Behind your head is where the knife would be.
Which trains up young people for a life at sea.
There's a bunch of guys here who are committed to working in the fishing industry. There is still the hunger, the desire to work at sea.
I would love to see nothing more than British people eating fish that's been caught by a British boat. One of the problems in this country when it comes to fish and chips is people only like to eat cod and haddock. If I put pollock in front of them, they wouldn't know the difference. We have to change the public's mindset on what they consume.
But the continuing desire to aid British food security would also need to be matched by the political will to turn Jay's dream into reality.
What do you guys want to do with your qualifications?
Oh, I'm working on a fishing trawler. It's what I want to do in life.
All my family have been fishermen like forever, so I was basically born into it really.
It's a good living, you're like respected, it's like heaven, just being at sea for weeks on end.
Just to go to a new place and start like a new life and do something for myself.
The prices of fish and chips, what's happening is because of what's happening in Britain.
Of course, yeah.
Everyone's supposed to be far right and that or whatever, but we're not, we just had enough of how everything's going. It used to probably be like £2 to go in there to swim, it's probably a £5 now, do you know what I mean? Where I'm from, all sports centres are closed, there's nothing for young kids to do. I'm going to be working off the coast of Denmark and Norway and off the Shetland Islands and things like that. In my head, that's cool as anything. As long as I'm not here, I don't mind.
You guys are hopeful that the future of this industry, the future of fish and chip shop even,
it's going to be alright.
Yeah,
It'll be good. We'll still be able to get fish and chips in England in 100 years. It might cost you £100, but you still have it.
That'll be nothing then though, after the apocalypse. Don't worry about that.
I've visited 10 chippies on my travels, most of which, in the face of spiralling costs, remain hopeful about the future.
It's not the meal it once was. 15 quid a pop for a really good fish and chips. It'll survive in places like this as a tourist attraction, of course, yeah. The real role of fish and chips going back in families and as a sort of connective tissue is the thing that's under threat, but that's true of so many different things. It's no stretch to think that this would have been absolutely full of trawlers once upon a time, and we're a long way away from that now. What fish and chips represents as this kind of this staple of British culture is built on something that doesn't exist in the way that it once did, and it certainly doesn't exist in landing whitefish and straight into batter.
It's a sign of how deeply ingrained this meal is in our national psyche that customers remain committed to the illusion of fresh, locally sourced fish.